My today's review is devoted to the Pipo Movie-M3 tablet, which I received about a week ago. This tablet is the largest among those I reviewed. It has a 10.1 inch HD IPS screen. And now let's take a look at the box of this tablet. It is similar to the box of the Pipo M1, which I reviewed about 2 weeks ago. That is, it is large, it is very hard, and it is rather thin, as you can see, compared to the boxes of the other tablets. It has a nice design, but actually nothing very special. On the back of this box we can see that it's a 16GB version of the tablet. There is an ice cream sandwich logo, but this tablet already comes with the jelly bean on board. It has a Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, 10 points multi-touch, flash, HDMI out, which support Full HD, and many other features. Now let's take a look inside of the box. It's really hard. It is that hard that it seems like it's made of wood. There is a warranty card in English and Chinese with a serial number here, and as you can see, the box is very good, so the tablet is protected very well. But there is no place for the set of this tablet here, so it comes in a different box. Here it is. So in this box comes all the additional parts of this tablet. There is a manual in Chinese. This is a QC pass, I think. The data cable of a good quality. The headphones. The OTG cable, and there is a charger. It's a 9 volts 2.5 amperes charger. Also it has a good quality. Actually this tablet has a couple of 4000 mAh 3.7 volts batteries, and the total voltage is 7.4 volts, so this allows to charge the tablet much faster than most of other tablets, and the battery life, I should say, is really good. So here we have a couple of buttons. It's menu and home buttons, and the volume up and down buttons. Here you can see the power button. It is small, but it's rather convenient. Here is the LED lamp, which lights when the tablet is charged. A couple of mini USB ports. One is for the host, for the OTG cable to plug the external devices, and one for the data. Here is the standard 3.5mm headphones plug, the mini HDMI port, the micro SD slot, and the slot for the standard charger. And there is also a microphone here. On the back panel of this tablet there is a 5MP camera and the reset button. The front panel, except the screen, contains another 2MP frontal camera and a couple of speakers situated here and here. That's why this tablet is named Movie-M3 because it has a couple of stereo speakers on the front panel, and its screen is very convenient to watch the movies. Another couple of words about the cameras. They are not so very good, despite they have the high resolution, but both of them are worse than, for instance, the cameras of the i0 Flame. But on the other hand, of course, they are better than the cameras of the most of other tablets I reviewed because of the high resolution. And now we can turn the tablet on. I tested the tablet with the custom firmware. I'll show it to you a bit later. So it has many additional features compared to the standard Pipo firmware. The custom firmware based on the stock original official Pipo firmware, and it's a Jelly Bean Android 4.1.1. Now let's check the interface. Of course it's very fast because the tablet is based on the Rockchip RK3066, which I tested several times before, and as you know, these tablets are all very fast. We can also check the touch screen right now. This touch screen is for the 10 touches simultaneously, so it understands 10 touches at the same time. And what I should say, the touch screen is very good. It's sensitive, no problems on the whole area of the screen, as you can see. So, very good touch. Now let's check the brightness of the screen. The maximum brightness is very high. The minimum brightness is also comparatively high, so maybe it won't be very convenient, very good to use this tablet in the darkness. But it is quite convenient to use it under the direct sun because of the high brightness. This tablet has a custom firmware, so it's already rooted, as you can see, and the device is defined as the Samsung SGH i777 to be more compatible with the market applications. Now let's check the settings. As you can see, nothing very special here because this custom firmware is based on the stock firmware. So as you can see, it's based on the last build of the stock firmware created 20 days ago, so it's October 11th. This version of the tablet has a newer motherboard. There are two kinds of M3. The older one has some problems with the CPU frequency, with the productivity, with the performance, but this newer version of the tablet doesn't have such problems. What we see here is the Android 4.1.1, as you can see. What else is interesting here? We can check the languages. This firmware has a full range of languages, so it's about 50 languages. You may check any of them. The battery is 4000 mAh, but it's 7.4 volts battery, so it's about the same as 8000 mAh 3.7 volts battery. The storage memory is 16 GB, and there is also 32 GB memory card installed right now. There is also Bluetooth module integrated in this tablet. And of course the Wi-Fi module, which works quite well. Now we can check the internet with the operator. So as you can see, it's quite fast and fluid as always. Now let's check the Play Store. It works quite well even in the stock firmware, and of course with the custom firmware absolutely no problems with the Play Market. And I will put the links to this custom firmware in the description to this video, so you can find it there. Now let's check the Google Maps. So as you can see, also no problems here. The performance is good, so you can use it easily. Now let's check the YouTube application. I installed it from the market. There are no problems with the compatibility. So let's check the HD video here.
I can't sleep. Lesson number 1. Heroes. There is no such thing.
Also, as you can see, no problems. Let's check another video.
Peggy 12. What have I to fear? You're unworthy of me. Monstrous creature. I am a god. Peggy 12.
So as you can see, no problems with YouTube. Now let's check the video. As you can see, the ordinary DVD rip looks not so great on this screen, because it's created for the HD video. Of course, the HD video looks much better. Okay, now let's check the Wi-Fi signal. As you can see, for my network it's minus 40 dBm, which is a good result. It's not the best result, it's not the worst result. The Wi-Fi signal is quite good, so there are no problems with this. Okay, now it's time to check the performance, the Antutu benchmark. As always, it will be the first. And you can see the scores, it's 7450 points. This result is a bit lower than for the tablets with the lower resolution of the screen, but it's quite good for the HD screen, which has the resolution 1280 by 800 pixels. For such resolutions, this is a quite result, and all the subtests also show the good results. Okay, now let's run the quadrant. And the result is 4141 points. It's rather good result for such resolution of the screen, almost the same as for the tablets with the resolution 1024 by 768 pixels. So quite a good result. Let's go further to the nano mark. We won't run it right now. As you can see, the result is about 52 frames per second, and the resolution here is 1280 by 752 pixels. It's not a full screen mode, and this result is also quite good. It's satisfactory because of the resolution of the screen. The screen resolution in this tablet is 67% higher than for the standard 7-inch tablets, like for instance previously tested Yuandao N70 and Cube Mini U30 GT. And the result in this specific benchmark is only about 10 to 15% slower. This benchmark is also rather processor dependent, so that's the result, 52 frames per second. Now let's run the TAG. As you can see, this benchmark is quite fluent, but the frame rate is a bit lower than for other tablets. It's 31.5 frames per second. Yuandao N70 showed 32 frames per second, and the other Rockchip 3066 tablets showed also the higher results. The fastest of them is the Cube Mini U30 GT, showed about 44 frames per second. So of course the Pipo Movie-M3 is slower, but also it has a much higher resolution of the screen, so that's why it is slower. The result is more than 2 times higher than for the i9 Flame with the same resolution of the screen, because the Rockchip 3066 has the quad-core version of the Mali-400s compared to the dual-core Mali-400s in the M-Logic MX, which is the base for the i9 Flame tablet. So 31.5 frames per second is a quite good result also. Also, the most interesting test here is the fill rate test. Let's run it right now. And the result is 732 megapixels. Of course, it's a much higher result than for any M-Logic MX tablet. The fastest of M-Logic MX tablets in this test was the previously tested i9 Crystal, which showed about 433 megapixels. And the 732 megapixels is the average result for the Rockchip 3066, but it's quite a good result, of course. So this tablet is of course one of the fastest among the tablets with such resolution of the screen. Now let's take a look at the multi-touch. As you can see, 10 points simultaneously, so it's 10 touches multi-touch. Okay, now it's okay. So as you can see, the speed is quite good. It completely uses my 15 megabits internet speed. Now let's check the Velamo. And the result in Velamo in HTML5 test is 1586 points. And as you can see, it's a perfect result. It's the second result among all the tested devices, so it's a bit slower than the HTC One X, but even a bit faster than the Samsung Galaxy S3, which has a quad-core CPU, but with a bit lower frequency. So seems like this test doesn't use many cores, so 2 cores of the Rockchip 3066 is quite enough. Now let's run the metal. And the result is 504 points. Let's see the chart. And it's a 5th result among all the devices tested in this subtest the tablet showed a bit worse result, but still it's quite a nice result, 504 points. So it's a bit more than the Samsung Galaxy Note with the international Android 4.0.4, and a bit lower result than the Samsung Galaxy S3 international and US American version. So that's it with the performance testing, and now it's time to run the games. First let's try the newest Angry Piggies from the creators of Angry Birds. As you can see, the game is perfectly fluent. Now let's run the standard Angry Birds. Again, as you can see, the game is perfectly fast. Now let's run the simple three-dimensional game. Absolutely no problems, as you can see. Here games. The Bubble Rising 3D. As you can see, it's fluent. As you can see, the game runs quite fluently, maybe even a bit more fluently than the same game on the Crystal tested before, despite the Crystal has a lower screen resolution, and still, thanks to the powerful Mali-400 in the Rockchip RK3066, this game runs very fluently here. The Death Rally. And again, as you can see, the game runs quite fluently. Now the Eternity Warriors. And one of the heaviest game for today, with the most advanced graphics, it's a Dead Trigger. Let's try it. Okay, so now we can make some conclusions about this tablet. What I should say, it's maybe one of the best tablets I tested so far. It has a perfect Super IPS screen with the HD resolution. It's a large screen, so it's very good if you like such a big tablets. It has a couple of cameras with a high resolution. I can say that it's not the best cameras among the tablets. The Flame, which I tested before, has better cameras, but still it's 2.0 and 5.0 megapixels, so it's rather good. It has a couple of speakers situated in the frontal panel, and it's a stereo speakers, so it's very good to watch the video even without the headphones. The tablet is very fast. It's fast in both CPU and GPU tests, and it's fast in the internet and the real games. With this firmware, which you can find in the description to this video, it is also rooted. It has no problems with the market. Also, it has a metal back panel, so it's very cold, I can say. Almost no heat with this tablet. The build quality is very good, absolutely no problems. It has many hardware buttons. It has a couple of mini USB plugs. It has a mini HDMI and everything which you are going to receive from the modern tablet. Also, it has a Bluetooth and Wi-Fi module. And actually, I didn't find any substantial problems with this tablet, except that maybe it's too big for me personally. So that's it for today. Thank you for attention.